I'm about to spend 3 nights at the iconic Crowne Plaza in Surfers Paradise, Queensland. Join me as I explore the hotel, check the rooms, experience the amenities, and share my thoughts along the way. We'll also look around the vibrant city of Surfers Paradise, from its lively streets to stunning coastline. And during a walk along the beach, we'll see the powerful aftermath of Cyclone Alfred. First thing you'll notice about this room is the size. We've actually been upgraded to a premium room and a bit higher floors as well. And what that means for us is you've got this big balcony here and a nice view of the ocean. There are some buildings in the way, but it looks really, really nice. It's very spacious, big balcony. We've got these big windows here as well that provides a lot of light in the room. I'm really feeling the vibe of this room. It's really spacious, airy, with a beautiful view. As you can see, those windows there spans the width of the room, presenting the ocean and some buildings in the way. However, that still doesn't take away from the nice view that we've got. There's beautiful trees in the way there, nice modern buildings over to the left, but we get quite a nice view here. It is raining, so it's a bit harder to see the ocean from the camera view that you've got there, but still really, really nice. We've been here for a couple of days now. On a sunny day, that view is quite stunning. So this area was affected about a week and a half ago to 2 weeks by a cyclone that hit the coast here. And when it reached the coast, it was downgraded to a tropical storm. However, there was quite a lot of devastation that's been made to the beaches here. The contour of the beach has actually completely changed, and it's been eroded away by all the waves that kept hitting the beach and washing the sand away. And we'll go for a walk and we'll show you that in a future video. But in some places, there's a massive cliff face where sand used to be up to about 4 meters high in some places. However, I did notice that the lifesavers are still on the beach here, still manning the beach actually. And even though there's all that devastation, lifesavers are still there and some people are still swimming on the beach here, even though it's been eroded away and landscaped, reshaped essentially. As we come into the suite, there's a bathroom straight to the right here. Following through the hallway, we come into the room proper. And as you can see, the first thing you'll notice are two things. One, a nice large king-size bed. And two, we've got a beautiful view of the city and the ocean out there. Some of the features of the room, we've got this big mirror here to get ready with. And quite a large TV for a hotel room. Study desk. A little bit of artwork matching that one there. Nice view of the ocean and the city. And I really like this bed head with this lighting coming all the way across. And this timber finish here is, as you can see, the theme throughout the room, all the way across. We've got this timber finishing. The bathroom, however, is very spacious. Look at that. Love these bay windows. What are your thoughts? Get a nice view of the suburbs and the mountains in the distance. And a nice big corner bath. And this here is all stone. So that's a nice finish, good quality. Pretty standard vanity area. Big mirror. No frills toilet. And the shower is quite large. Now let's see. How many people can we fit in the shower? That's the question. So I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One in the middle here. So it's quite a large shower. Don't know what 5 people are going to do in here, but there you go. We actually decided to use this bath last night. And you know, sometimes when you go into some hotels, it takes forever to fill the bath up, but not here. There's nice water flow, bath filled up really quickly. However, if you look behind me, you can see that these bay windows has the view to the whole suburb area. It's beautiful scenery. But you always wonder, if you can see out there, can people see in here? Not only that, look at these curtains here that we've got. Most of the time in a bathroom, you get 2 curtains. You get these sort of sheer curtains that we've got here, but also like a block out curtain for complete privacy. Do you think that's enough privacy with just these sheer curtains? Or you think you can kind of still see in here silhouettes at least? Very strange, I find. You know, sometimes when you stay in a hotel, you can get a bit of a dated feel to it, where you get scuff marks, the carpet's a bit dated, maybe the bedding is not as clean as what you would like. You get some stains on the furniture and things like that. But here, really, there's nothing like that. It looks like it's very fresh, nice and clean. The balcony is nice and neat. It's all been repainted. It looks like a little bit of chips on the rails, but that's about it. That's the only critique I've got. You know, when you're staying in a place like this in Surfers Paradise, it's good to have a nice, clean room. And what you want to be doing is going out and exploring the city anyway. But when you come back, you want a nice, clean room to come to, and they do a very great job here, which is great to see. Expanding on what I was talking about, let's check out under the mattress here and look how nice and clean it is under here, which is what you always want. And I'm surprised to see that they've got a mattress encasement. So say goodbye to bed bugs. So we're on the 13th floor, and this is the way to our room. You can see the hallways are nice and clean, fresh, cool. No weird smells in the hallway. You get the feeling that this hotel was recently renovated, actually, because everything seems to be quite fresh. A little bit of artwork on the wall there. This is the view to the mountains, and right over here is our room. Now entering the pool area, this is a lovely space. I really love the way they designed this pool. You've got this bridge in the middle, separating two sides of the pool area. You can see the pool is so big. Got the nice section here where you can sit, which I think is always a good touch. You can actually have some lunch here, overlooking the pool. And vice versa. And I like how you've got all these deck chairs lining the pool all the way across. And another little bridge leading to this. So you can see here, you can actually swim underneath. And it takes you to this little, a bit more private little lagoon area. Nice plants all the way through. Give you that nice Australian look and feel. Look how big this area is. Our room is up there, overlooking the pool a little bit. I love this little garden area leading into a little jacuzzi area here. Really nice pool area. So we're now chilling at the pool, and yeah, it's actually turned into a nice warm day. It's a bit overcast, but still really nice here to chill at the pool. And we decided to have a little bit of lunch as well. We've ordered some barbecue meat lovers pizza, a couple of mochas by the pool, lunch by the pool.
So now we are walking to the beach to have a look what's happening with the beach, because we came to here to Gold Coast in a very funny moment. So about 2 weeks ago there was a massive cyclone here, and apparently it's destroyed the beach. So what I heard is that massive amount of sand has been washed away, and the amount of like a big soccer field, if we fill it up like up to 10 meters of sand, that amount of sand has been actually washed away from the beach. So the beach now is destroyed. But what's interesting is actually it's not the first time when it's happening to Gold Coast. Gold Coast has a history of cyclones, and after each cyclone, beach disappears, and it takes time, years, for it to recover itself. But what happened is that in 1970s, 80s, actually the solution was found. So they constructed a so-called sand bypass system. So it means that they build these pipes, and these pipes, they suck in the sand from the ocean, and then they distribute it to the beach. So that's how they recover, replenish the beach. So obviously now it's too early to look at the results. It's been like 2 weeks after it was destroyed. It will probably take few months to get where it was. So now we will see what happened.
As we walk down the beach here, these cliffs that's been created by the storm just gets bigger and bigger. Look at that. To give you some perspective, look how big that is. Really huge cliffs that's been created, and you know, you don't want that falling on you, I guess, but
I would say it's 4 meters. 4 meters.
yeah, it's really been very devastated here, but you can see people are still walking down the beach. Still hasn't lost its charm, and we got ourselves a little
Look at this. We're making it.
So we've got ice cream from Messina.
Yeah.
I've got peanut fudge.
I've got super dulce de leche.
So after a good night's sleep, we've been welcomed to the noises of the neighborhood. There is a lot of construction going on here, and a bit of traffic, but that's okay. It's more the construction that's quite loud. Yeah, we did have once the doors are closed, it is quiet, but you want to enjoy the scenery and you want to enjoy the fresh air and the ocean. But I'll just show you where this noise is coming from. Just over there, that building, there's quite a lot of activity going on. You can probably see the workers there. There's another construction site over there. But have a look at the view of this city. We're not going to complain, you know. That's a lovely view of the city and the ocean. And I guess all the noise is just part of the gig for now, because there is a lot of development and construction going on in the area, and it's all up and down the coast here. I'm actually quite surprised by how much activity, shops, different malls there are in the area going up and down the tram, which of course is right next to us down here, which is extremely convenient. But yeah, a little bit of noise, but we're not complaining. We're enjoying our holiday. There is a 30 convention today or over the next couple of days, and yeah, the place is quite buzzing with people. And yeah, just show you a little bit what the entranceway looks like here. Some people here for the convention. As you come through the hotel, first thing you'll be greeted with today is this beautiful poster of a Valkyrie. Actually met the girl yesterday who painted this. Very impressive. As you come through here, we have the reception area. Very spacious. Lifts to our room. And it swings around to the restaurant and the pool over yonder. Just past the lobby here is the Relish restaurant. Now, this restaurant is very nicely situated by the pool. And yeah, you get a nice view while you have something to eat here. Also, over that side, we've got a section for the buffet in the mornings. Here is the buffet. We've got our drinks here. Some coffee. And quite your standard buffet, I would say. Some cakes, fruits, and so on. Some yogurt. And some hot foods. Mushroom, tomatoes, hash browns, fried rice, noodles, sausages, scrambled eggs. From the reception area here, interestingly, we've got this little room here for meetings. And down this way, there's that meeting room there. A lot of wine bottles for sale. So $48, $26, $149. Pretty well priced, actually. Over this way, we've got the Sifu restaurant, which unfortunately is closed and no longer available. And however, it's open today, I'd say, for some conference. There's a convention on today. And that's the restaurant now, turned into like a conference room. Still has the old motifs. Through here in the lobby, we've got this section here. It looks like it's for the conference rooms. And when we came here yesterday, this section here was all closed off. So all these doors here were closed. So they must be preparing or maybe cleaning this area for the conference rooms. There we go. And it looks like this is here. Bit of furniture in the corner there. And this is a huge conference room here. Look at that. Nice chandeliers. Guess it would be a good place to have a wedding, reception, or whatever. So after going for a walk in the city, Natalia has picked out the coconut hut. She's actually saw it on the tram on the way up here.
Yeah, I actually like this place. Looks very cute, nice and neat, some greenery. So I think like very cute.
So we're here on our final day on our stay, and to be honest with you, I really enjoyed it here at the hotel. It looks like the rooms and some of the outside areas have been renovated, and it gives it a nice, clean, fresh feel to it. Even though the hotel's been around for quite a while, it was quiet for a couple of days there. I think a lot of people are not coming to Surfers Paradise because of the cyclone that took place a couple of days ago. But what were your thoughts of the staff?
Yeah, very nice. The staff is really very friendly. Yeah, they're very nice. They treated us really very nicely.
Yeah, I find it fascinating too, the amount of damage that took place on the beach. I didn't expect it to be that bad, but yeah, essentially the shoreline at the beach there has been reshaped and eroded away. And yeah, it was a surprise. I really enjoy the fact that we got the tram line right in front of our hotel. It's quiet where we are. There's no road noise. However, there is a lot of construction taking place in the area, and it can get quite loud at times. But apart from that, we've enjoyed our stay. Hopefully the beaches here can rejuvenate. We encourage everyone to come out and support the community here. It's a really nice place. The people are really nice. And yeah, this is our last breakfast, and we're looking forward to going back home after a lovely stay.